The elder shook his head. He was holding on that last breath to stop us from chasing the girls. With this last effort he held us back for 3 days. In fact, his body must have died long ago, only his soul remaining. He's dead. How strange, he is covered in deep wounds, each deadly, yet he could still stand. He must have died on his feet. Taking a deep breath, another elder stared at Zhuo Yifan. When any other's body is destroyed, their soul would scatter, but he could drag out the last breath with his body up till now. Such willpower, even for a demonic cultivator, it's that of a hero. How freakish, he's an unheard-of monster. The third elder's eyes flashed, filled with bloodlust. Don't forget, he controlled his heavily wounded soul and this broken corpse to fight us for 3 days. No matter how heroic, how can one breath last him for so long? Who can control both the body and the soul? This thing would be too dangerous to be left alive. The 3 elders nodded and shouted, "Kill!" They all struck at once, holding nothing back even against his corpse. They were soul harmony experts, and their blows would sure wipe off every trace of his existence. However, a flash of golden slammed the trio away. When they stopped, they saw a youth in a golden cloak. Zhao Dezhu cried out, "Yilin, what are you doing here?" Ignoring him, Yilin only looked at Zhuo Yifan, placing him on his shoulder. The elders shouted, "Put him down right now." "You want to kill him?" Yilin sneered as he looked at them with despise. "You're not worthy." Shaking all over, the 3 elders' expressions turned heavy. They might have not gone to Double Dragon Gathering, but they heard of him from Zhao Dezhu's report. Yilin, Double Dragon Gathering's runner-up, he fought with Zhuo Yifan on the same level, even being able to push Zhuo Yifan back for a while. Such an expert has to be on the same level as Zhuo Yifan. Zhuo Yifan alone was bad enough, reducing them to this state, but adding Yilin into the mix and their hearts sank. However, they were not about to let Zhuo Yifan, who was barely even alive, go. They had paid too much already, and if they did not achieve some manner of success, they would be too ashamed to return to the sect. So, one elder flicked his spiritual weapon and stepped forward as he urged. Ultimate Clarity Sect is a righteous sect like the Universal Righteous Sect. Yilin, we have heard of your great name, the future of our righteous path. Why then would you have come to save a demonic cultivator whelp? If we don't get rid of him now, he will be a calamity upon the righteous sects, you included. I'm sure you don't want to be beneath another, to let Western Land's strongest man title fall in the hands of a vile demonic cultivator. Today, the Universal Righteous Sect stepped in to eliminate him, to purge demons and protect Western Land's righteous path. Just turn a blind eye and leave him here. You won't be reprimanded for it, being called cynical or jealous. You won't get your hands dirty and you'd get famous as well. 2 birds with 1 stone. Shut your trap. The elder appealed to his devotion and on his practical side, thinking Yilin would surely agree since he'd be the biggest winner in this. However, the elder was rudely cut off. He stared at Yilin's dark look as the young man raged. A loss is a loss, a win is a win. I will never lower myself to these filthy schemes and stain my name as a sacred beast inheritor. Sacred beast inheritor? The others looked at each other puzzled. What's that? Humph, nothing but a bunch of despicable dirtbags from the mortal domain. It's like talking to retards. Yilin mocked them, then looked at Zhuo Yifan on his shoulder and sighed. This man might be the only one like me in the world. Yilin's hand shone golden and a fist-sized ball appeared, releasing golden flames that burned hot. The others jerked back in fear. They did not know what that was, but it released a true power of destruction. They could feel it in their bones that it was terrifying. Not even the 3 elders could take it on. They gulped and sweated as they looked at it. Yilin, what is that? Zhao Dezhu shook backward, finally working up his courage. Yilin snickered. The dead don't need to know. And who the hell would be on the same side with you? In this world, only one man is worthy, the rest are worthless. Yilin flicked his shoulder, and the golden ball shot into the crowd. Their instinct screamed at them to flee, not that they could. I remember now. That was. Boom! In a huge explosion that scattered the clouds, even the earth cracked. The golden ball exploded in everyone's faces, unleashing its scorching flames everywhere. In a blink, an inferno was born. The fire burned high and warped the air as it did, on the verge of breaking space itself. Zhao Dezhu and his 100 experts, the 3 elders included, had no time to even cry out, obliterated down to the last vestige. The inferno spread for 1,000 miles, burning everything and turning it into hell. Nothing living remained. Yilin looked coldly and then faded away from this place. Meanwhile, in the dead of night, 3 girls fled, with the leading one showing signs of crying. Sister King Cheng, it's been 3 days. They shouldn't chase us now. Let's rest. Daner saw Chu Qingkang's weary look and proposed. Shui Ruohua nodded. King Cheng, in your sadness you gave all you had and are hurt. It's best we rest for now. Maybe Zhuo Fan would even catch up. No, Zhuo Fan is using his life so we can escape. How can we fail him? Closing her eyes, Chu Qingcheng gnashed her teeth, her eyes tearing up again. We'll only stop when we get to Double Dragon Manor. Chu Qingkang's voice was firm. The girls shook their heads and sighed. A huge explosion came from far away, followed by towering flames. Such an intense heat spread everywhere as it scorched everything. The girls were flying yet could still feel the heat wave reaching them, pushing them into the ground. When they finally got up, they stood dumbstruck. The inferno reached the heavens, like a gateway to hell. Nothing alive was spared. Even though they were thousands of miles away, they could still feel its scorching heat lick their faces. Gods, what happened there? Where did this fire come from? Daner gasped and then cried out, isn't that where Brother Zhuo is? Daner! Shui Ruohua shouted and glared at her. Startled, Daner noticed Chu Qingcheng looked at the fire with a stunned look, her eyes shedding tears. Zhuo Fan,